You can't say you didn't get the chances tonight. You got a number of opportunities and you can't that away from you.
Yeah, it's tough. It's first game. Certainly not going to go overboard here with what we're feeling. Obviously, it's disappointing. I think that there's a lot to learn from the game about our group and obviously playing against a good team like that. What goes into winning games? I think we had some opportunities, but didn't capitalize. But still, we're not going to just accept saying that at the end of a bunch of games this year. There was a number of points through the course of the game where we could have done things differently, better, and with a better mindset than we did that would have served us well.
For 2 periods, it's a toss-up game. How would you say you got away from this?
Well, obviously, it didn't take too long. It's a breakdown that turns into another breakdown that turns into another breakdown. That can't happen. We at a point when we needed to keep pushing and find another level to our game, we took a step back.
Like how much at all, not excuse making, but how much at all can you chalk it up to the guys still trying to figure each other out and get on the same page?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, I agree. We're not going to make excuses on that. I think that we've had enough training camp games, and maybe there's a little bit there. But I think more importantly is just everybody as a group, the entire team getting on the same page. There's definitely going to be some confusion when you're turning pucks over because you're trying to make sort of a high risk play. If we get more on the same page of the direction that the puck is going, and then we can read off each other better. Too many east-west turnovers against a team that transitions and counters as well as they do, and we pointed out just how well they defend those situations. I thought that when we did get into the offensive zone, we were dangerous, and I thought that when we did get pucks in behind their D, we created some rush opportunities, but too many missed opportunities to play in the offensive zone because we're trying to make the extra play in the neutral zone or coming out of our own zone, and that's a recipe for losing hockey games.
The first goal, which loomed large for a while, did you consider looking
Yeah,
at it?
we were looking at it hard. We couldn't get a good look at it, and couldn't get the view, and so it was tough. I mean, without knowing, it's tough to make that call. Unfortunately, obviously, you have a little bit more time, you get a different look at it. But we were looking, we were trying to stall, trying to do everything we could to get the view, but we couldn't get it.
Like, could benefit zone breakouts?
Yeah, they have to be. Passing in general has to be better. It's a tough game if if you're just chasing the whole time. You have to bear down. You have to put pucks on the tape, and whether that's a D-man going back and executing and making plays under pressure, or whether that's the wingers making plays off the wall. We have our forwards, a low forward, a lot of times going back and retrievals. I think that's an area that we have to be better. There's no question. We can't just throw the pucks to areas and hope that something good's going to come out of it. We have to make sure that we have a purpose in what we're doing, where we're moving the puck, and how we're moving it, and take pride in those little plays. That's what wins hockey games for you. It's all the little things through the course of the game. Ultimately, it might be one breakout, one wall play that ends up being the difference, and that's what we have to make sure we have that mindset.
I know they didn't play a ton, but did the fourth line give you the look you're looking for?
Yeah, I think that it was a good learning experience for them. As far as a difficult game, to make sure that you keep your head in it. There was a couple teaching points that we'll make sure that we show them and keep working with them. But as a coach, for me, I thought that they did what we were asking them to do as far as generating momentum, chances. They certainly didn't look overwhelmed out there. Again, there's some areas that they made a few plays or a couple of reads that necessarily weren't necessarily right, but they're not the only ones. We had veterans do the same thing too.
What did you think of Jake tonight, and how do you want him to respond?
Well, I just want him to respond, and I want our group to respond. That's the only thing that matters to me is, it's an emotional game. You didn't get off to a good start, and then next thing chasing it, and then all of a sudden it fell apart for us. There was some good in the game, but not enough good to win the hockey game. And him, like our entire group, let's just respond. Let's bounce back. That's what winning teams do. We lost a hockey game. It doesn't, it doesn't mean that that the season's over. Obviously, it's the first game here. I didn't think we were going to go 82-0. But that said, there should be enough pride in the room to make sure that we look at what we didn't do properly, learn from it, and come back with a really, really strong effort next game.
You guys gave up the shorthanded goal, but the power play seemed to generate a lot of buzz tonight.
A lot more movement, a lot more action at the net. Obviously, that's a critical moment. That's one thing that we have to You know, we have to get on top of this year is that we can't just at the end of the night say that we had some chances. We have to find a way to put the puck in the net, and there's different ways to do that. So you know, I think that we'll look at it. I think that when we were successful, we were doing a lot of the things that we've been trying to incorporate and trying to bring in, and that made us a lot more dangerous. But we have to learn from that, and we have to make sure we find a way.
Mike, when you talk about the high percentage areas, high traffic areas, would you get enough of those?
I think that we could have shot some pucks with more purpose. I think that there was times where we had opportunities to get pucks to the net, to take pucks to the net, to create off a shot, and we're trying to make the extra play. We're trying to make the extra pass, whatever the case is. I also feel that when you get those opportunities, you have to hit the net. You know, we have to stop missing the net when you're getting a really quality opportunity. Too many times we're doing that, and obviously, it doesn't take a genius to figure out you're not going to score if you miss the net. Thanks.